Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswati Namaha, Shri Sadgurubhyo Namaha. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Samasta Janakalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahavidyam Karavahai Tejasvitavadhitamasvu ma Vidvishavai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. We read the second mantra. Shrotrasya Shrotram Manaso Manoyade Vacho Havacham Sampranasya Prana Chakshushat Chakshu Adimuchya Dhira Pretyasman Lokat Amrita Bhavanti. So the student raised a question to the teacher. The first mantra, asking about the divine principle which he names Deva. What is that divine principle which is present in all living beings and which makes all beings alive? Even though the bodies of all living beings are made up of matter, we all know matter by nature is inert. We experience the material body of all living being is alive, sentient. So there must be some non-material principle which he calls the divine non-material principle, because of which the material body becomes alive, sentient and capable of doing so many activities, including study of Kenopanishad, which activities the chair on which you are sitting does not do. There seems to be some difference in living being. What is that divine principle? It was the question. And for that question, the teacher gave the answer, the second mantra, a complete answer, a complete mantra we studied yesterday. He defined the divine principle keeping consciousness in his mind, but without using the word consciousness. The teacher gave the answer. The divine principle is different from all the organs. Srotrasya Shrotram Manaso Manoyate. But it is that which makes all organs alive and sentient. Normally we understand prana is the one which keeps a person alive. In the Veda Purva Bhaga, we study that prana enlivens the person. In the presence of prana, body is alive, and when the prana goes away, body becomes dead. And therefore, prana is the enlivening principle, is a preliminary understanding in the Veda Purva Bhaga. That is why every living being is called Prani, endowed with Prana. Prani means endowed with Prana, which makes the body sentient. But for students, with the Upanishad students, even that answer is not ultimate, because Prana itself does not make the body alive and sentient, because Prana itself gets life from some other divine source. Therefore, the teacher carefully uses the word pranasya api pranaha. That means what? Prana elevates the body, not by itself. Prana itself borrows consciousness from somewhere, and that pranasya pranaha chakshushat chakshuhu is the divine principle. Having given this definition, the teacher pointed out that knowing this divine principle is extremely useful for life. Because people ask this question, why should we study Vedanta? Therefore, the teacher gives the benefit of this knowledge also. If only a person gains this knowledge, the greatest advantage is one will drop ahankara and mamakara. Ahankara in the body-mind complex and mamakara in the external world. So ahankara is with reference to your body-mind complex. Mamakara, this is my house, this is my property, this is my bank balance, this is my wife, this is my children. This is called mamakara. So, which is called atimuchya. So, pretyasma lokan amrita bhavan atimuchya dhiraha prana chakshushat chakshu atimuchya dhiraha. Atimuchya here is so transcending, going beyond. So, what is that? Mean here it is dilution of ahankara. It is not going beyond me. Don't start like a pole vault or something. You have to jump out of the ego. No, it is not possible. With what you will, every time it says surrender, 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 we hear the word surrender. But the problem is with what we are surrendering. With our ego we are surrendering. We are telling Bhagavan, I am surrendering to you. Who is telling this? Our ego. That is where the problem is. So the ego has to be diluted. Dilution comes only when you appreciate the ego itself is enlivened by Paramatma consciousness. So there is a higher power beyond ego. So dilution of ahankara, mamakara is dilution of raga, dvesha. Because all likes and dislikes are centered on aham and mama. I am never going to bother about other people in the world or even about other countries in the world. My raga, dvesha is centered on what? Me and a few things. So ahankara, mamakara reduction is benefit 1. Raga, dvesha reduction is benefit 2. See, when you know that you are not what you think you are, when Upanishad tells you that you are not what you think you are, your nature is a higher level of existence. If this appreciation dawns in us, then we will not worry about this little likes and dislikes. That person, this person, he said this, I said this, who said this, who bothers, who cares. That is not important because it is unnecessary agitation creating problems. So why we bother about it? So that is the one first benefit is likes, the dislike things may come, like things may go. These are our constant worries. Because Bhagavaha Swagatam Kuryat Gachandandarivare. Whenever something comes, it will come in, enjoy it. When it is leaving, bye, nicely say bye and be happy about it. And move on in life. So this should be the attitude that there is no problem. Therefore, what is the benefit? Peace, security and happiness is the benefit which is called Jivan Mukti. So, Deva Jnanena Jivan Mukti. Not only Jivan Mukti in the current life, Asmat Lokat Pretya, after Maranam, Amrita Bhavanti, the Jivatma merge into Ishvara. They exist as Bhagavan himself. Now the merger also, don't think it is literal merge. Okay? A river merging with ocean. Like that, Jivatma merging with Paramatma. They are not two entities, they are one. This recognition of oneness is called merging here. Don't take it literally, okay? So they exist as Bhagavan himself. That is why Jivan Mukta Purusha, Jnanidu Atmaiva Me Matam. Bhagavan said that Jivan Mukta Purusha and me, there is no difference. So they are one with Bhagavan, which means they do not have Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Jananam, Ityadi cycle. The Deva Sarupam, Deva Jnanam, Deva Jnana Phalam, all these three are given. I am using the word Deva because that is the word used here. You should note Devaha is none other than Atma, otherwise called Brahman. So Deva Jnanam means Atma Jnanam, Atma Jnanam means Brahma Jnanam. Now up to this we saw yesterday. Natatra Chakshur Gacchati Navag Gacchati No Mano Navidmo Navijanimo Yatai Dadanushishyate Anyadeva Tatviditadato Abhiditadati Iti Shishruma Purvesham Yenastat Vyata Chakshire. The second mantra is the essence of the entire Kenopanishad, and the rest of the mantras are only Vyakhyan, a commentary of this Sutra Bhuta mantra. Just as in Taittiriya Upanishad, the first line, Brahma Vidapnoti Param, that is the Sutra Bhuta mantra. And the rest of the mantras are all commentary upon this particular line. Similarly, here also, the teaching that the Guru has given is incomplete, because the teacher has given the definition of Deva. Who is the Deva is the question. He has given the definition. But it is the divine principle within the body which makes all our organs alive. That is the definition. But the teacher has not pointed out how to identify that divine principle. That there is a divine principle enlivening the body, the definition has been given. But what is the mode by which the divine principle can be identified? That mode is called pramanam. Pramanam means instrument of knowledge. Like eyes are pramanam for seeing form and color. Tongue is the pramanam for tasting, like that. So this pramanam has not given, it has not been mentioned. Only lakshanam has been mentioned. So but to know anything, we require both. Lakshanam and pramanam, both are required. Now there is a maxim. Lakshana pramanabhyam vastu siddhi. Suppose I ask you to bring one of the objects from a room which has several similar objects. Please bring the chair from the hall. If one has to know the chair and bring the chair, two things are required. First, he should know what is a chair. That means what? The feature of the chair must be known. The features are called in Sanskrit lakshanam. If a person does not know the feature of the chair, lakshana janaka bhave. He will go to the hall. Lakshana jnana abhave. He doesn't know the lakshana, then he will go to the hall and he will find something else. And so many objects are there. So how will he know what is the chair? Either he must already know, I should explain what are the features of the chair. Anyway, what is the first condition to bring a chair? Lakshana jnanam is required. Not only lakshana jnanam, you must also have the relevant sense organ to spot the chair. Suppose I send a person who does not have a functioning eye or properly functioning eye, but he knows the definition. What is that? The chair will be like that. I have given the definition. But he is a blind person. So he cannot bring the chair. So one person has got the eye, but he does not know the lakshanam of a chair. An eyed person, a person with vision cannot bring a chair if he does not know what is the chair. So a blind person who knows the lakshanam but does not have the eyes to spot is also he cannot. Therefore, who must go to bring the chair? The one who has got the chakshu pramanam and who also knows the lakshanam of the chair. Therefore, our Shastra says a very important maxim, that is lakshana pramanabhyam vastu siddhi. In the second mantra, the teacher has given lakshanam of Atma. What is the lakshanam? Srotrasya srotram, manaso manoyat, vacho yavacham, pranasya prana, chakshusha chakshuhu. It is the eye of the eye. It is the divine principle enlivening the organ. But how to identify the pramanam? That has not been mentioned. The pramanam with which you can identify, therefore the student is interested in spotting the deva. With what? An appropriate pramanam. Pramana means what? Instrument of knowledge. So, can we do a surgery like identifying pancreas? Those people who want to study for doctor, etc., what they have to do, cut open the body. Thereafter they identify this is pancreas, this is liver, this is the anatomy, they identify. Through the book he gets what? Lakshanam. By dissection he has to identify. Similarly, can we spot the Atma by cutting open the body? They say there is a spiritual heart, right side. One is on the left side and another is right side. And Atma is at the size of a thumb, Angushta Matra Purushaha. In Kenopanishad it is said, So if you cut open the body, will you be able to find the spiritual heart and identify Atma of the size of the thumb? So all those doctors who open heart surgery, they must have a vision of Bhagavan, Narayan Bhagavan, Nanda Shesha Bhagavan sitting there in the heart. All of them must have had that the vision of Bhagavan, isn't it? No. Now, what is that instrument to spot the divine principle? The teacher has given Lakshanam, but no Pramanam. So, when the teacher has not mentioned the instrument of knowledge, what will be the student, what will the student do? He will try to employ all Pramanams at our disposal. Whatever be the instruments we have, we will try to employ all the Pramanam. Now what are they? Bahya Karanams. There are instruments in the form of sense organs. Then we have got Antakaranam, the mind with which we can experience many things. Therefore, either we will use the sense organ to see outside, or we will sit in meditation. As I said in the class, trying to experience Brahman with the help of what instrument? Antakaranam. These are the two things we do. Or we may try to get some data and try to do some inferential logic. So the student will attempt to know the Atma by looking outside or by meditating. Meditation is not bad. Please don't say that. No, I am not criticizing meditation. But what is the purpose of meditation? What exactly it does to you? We should know. And meditating, what happened? We will end up in meditating. You go mad. Now the teacher says none of them will work. Why? In the meditation seat you are searching for Atma. Atma, you are searching, you forget that. What is that? The very searcher is Atma. That insight should be there, only then meditation works. So, that is why we say Brahman experience through an instrument does not exist. Brahman experience through a process does not exist. Why? Because we are using the conventional pramanams. Therefore the teacher gives a warning. What is that warning? Negate the conventional pramanams. This is how the Vedas uses the term neti method. Now look at this. Tatra chakshuhu na gacchati. Chakshuhu means what? The eye. It does not operate in the field of the divine principle. Nagacchati means it does not operate or function. It is non-functional. That is why in Kenopanishad, what was the definition given for Atma? It is very nice to remember. At least the definition. Yattadadrishyamagrahyam agotram avarnam chakshusotram tadapanipadam nityam vivam sarvagatam sushutvam tadavyayam yat bhutayonim paripashyanti dhiraha. So, you know why people take sannyas? Because you can sit and study. I'm not asking you to take sannyas, please. Sannyas means time availability. That is the idea, but now sannyas also does not work because nowadays sannyasis are busier than grihasthas. That is why I don't recommend sannyasa. So, my definition of sannyasa is what? Do not change ashrama or place. See, what is necessary is reduction of wants. If you remember this definition, it is fine. So, in that Mundaka definition, what is the first word? Yat tat adrishyam. Atma cannot be seen by the eye. If anybody says, I had darshanam yesterday, Kenopanishad will say, you had darshanam of something else. It is definitely not Atma. So there are books also written. 24th September, midnight when I was meditating, a flash of light passes through me. And then it enveloped me and disappeared. And he said that is called Jivan Mukti. I have Atma Darshanam. Kenopanishad says if you have that darshanam, it is not Atma, it is something else. Now later on it will tell you much more disturbing statements are there in Kenopanishad. Tadeva Brahmatvam Vitti Nedam Yadadam Upasate. It is understand that is Brahman, not what you are praying. This idol that is in front of you, that is not Bhagavan. He removes that also. So we'll come to that. And once it is not available for Pratyakṣha Pramanam, all scientific methods are going to miserably fail, because all scientific methods are basing on what? Data collected with the help of what? Pratyakṣha Pramanam. When Pratyakṣha Pramanam cannot function, you cannot collect data. Therefore, all scientific method cannot function in the case of non-material principle. Science is very useful with regard to what? The material world. We do not reject it. So, to know the world, use the science. But to know the Atma, understand it will not work. Therefore, Chakshu Adi Indriyam out. Then, what about all the description given by the Guru? Like Shrotrasya Shrotram Manaso Manoyate. When you listen to this description, what do you understand? It is the eye of the eye. Previously, I did not know what is Deva. Now I have got 5 unknown words. Earlier we did not understand one Deva. Now we do not understand 5 words. What are they? Shrotrasya Shrotram Manaso Vachohavacham Ityadi. So you only increase unknown words by talking, but we cannot get it. Therefore the teacher says, Tatra Vak Na Gacchati. Words also cannot describe that Brahman. Why words cannot describe Brahman? What is the reason? You should understand the reason. All the words we have coined are based on our experience of the world. When we experience a new object for the sake of transaction, what do? We invent a new word. Like now the new discoveries in the science, they all coin new words, which was not there in the dictionary before. All the words are based on experience, worldly experience. What are the 5 features of the world? We already saw. Objectivity, agama, paitvam, the attributes, material, etc. We saw that. So, with a word which can describe the material world, you cannot describe the non-material Atma. That is why you cannot say Atma is a thing. You cannot say Atma is a being. You cannot say Atma is an entity. Atma is a substance. No word you can use, because any word you use, you will think of what? One of the things in the creation. Therefore, Vak Na Gacchati. Saptah Pravritti Nimitta Abhavat. That is a technical term. Then, why I cannot express Atma in meditation? That is why we cannot experience Atma in meditation. Experience means what? Experiencer, experienced, experiencing. Tripudi comes. So, who is there to see whom? That is why one of the names of the Atma is Aprameya. In all the Shastra Namas, the word Aprameya will come. In Vishnu Sahasranama, Aprameyo, Rishikesha, Padmanabho, Paraprabhu, Prameya is there. Lilita Sahasranama also, you may remember, Aprameya Suprakasha Mano Vashama Gochara. So Mano Vacham Agochara. Therefore, Aprameya means no instrument can reveal. Therefore, what does the teacher say? Na vidmaha. I do not know any pramanam which can reveal the Atma. So, this student was looking for an answer to his question, what is the pramanam with which I can know Atma? But now teacher confesses that I don't know. Na vidmaha. I don't know any pramanam which can reveal Atma. So disappointing the student further. Not only I do not know, na vijanimaha edetat anushishyat. It is not that I do not know, but some other guru will know. Maybe. He says, I do not know whether any other guru know about a pramanam to know that Brahman. So that possibility is also ruled out. I don't know, that is okay, but can I go to some other guru? He said, that is also not, I don't think I know anybody who knows Brahman with pramana. Now, whereas Atma is what? So if any pramanam reveals, Brahman will become what? It will become prameya. It's an object. Whereas Atma is what? Aprameya. Na vijanimaha yadaitat anushishyat kaschana guru. We have to supply the kaschana guru. I do not know any guru who will teach you this pramanam for Atma Jnanam. The student continued to sit there with the disappointment. Now the teacher gives some hope. What is that? That is the next mantra. Anyadevatat vididadati. Anyadevatat vididadati avididadati iti shishrva purvesham enastat vyajachachare. Yeah, I already read that, right? Iti shishrva purvesham enastat vyajachachare.
It is the second line, Swamiji.
Yeah, but I have separated it. Yeah, in the book it is one thing, one mantra, but for understanding, separated it. Now teacher said, the pramanam can directly reveal Brahman or Atma, the divine principle. But even though no pramanam can reveal the divine principle directly, there is an indirect method of revealing the divine principle which can be passed on in the Guru Shishya Parampara. No pramanam can directly reveal, but there is an indirect method knowing Brahman. That indirect pramanam has been passed on from Guru Shishya. So that is why Narayanam Padmabhuvam Vasishtam Shaktim Cha Tatpatra Parasharam Cha Vyasam Sugam Gaudapadam Mahantam Govinda Yogendra Madasa Sishyam Sri Shankaracharya Madasa Ratnapadam Cha Hasta Alagam Cha Sishyam Tam Todakam Vartikakaramanyat Asmat Gurun Santatamanadosmi. This is the Guru Shishya tradition. That is Narayana. The knowledge has come from Narayana. From Narayana to Brahmaji. Brahmaji is to his son Vasishta. Vasishta's son Shakti. Shakti's son Parashara. Parashara's son Vyasa. Vyasa's son to Sukha. Sukha Maharshi to Gaudapadacharya. Gaudapadacharya to Govinda Bhagavapadacharya. Govinda Bhagavapadacharya to Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya to all his four main disciples and all our sannyasis, our immediate guru also belong to one of the sampradaya. Therefore, so all Chinmaya Mission Swamis are belonging to Shringeri Sampradaya Saraswati. So therefore, Asmat Guru, when I prostrate to my immediate guru, that prostration will go to Narayana. This is Sampradaya. Or Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parambhajam. So this is the Vedic method of revelation. And it is not a conventional pramanam, it is called Apaurusheya Saptah Pramanam. Apaurusheya Pramanam, Shastra Pramanam. This Apaurusheya Pramanam also does not reveal the Atma, but it indirectly helps to recognize the Atma. Now, what is that indirect method? The Guru says, the credit does not go to me. I have gathered that indirect Apaurusheya Shabda Pramanam from my Guru. I got the secret formula. Only many people will know I got it not because I am great, I got it because of my Guru. And he is my Guru great, you give the credit to the Guru, but what will the Guru himself say? No, it came from my Guru. So who is that Adi Guru? If we ask, it is Bhagavan Narayana himself. Means what? Vaishnavites will say Narayana, Shaivites will say Shiva. That's all, doesn't matter. So, Iti Shushruva Purvesham. The second line says Iti Shushruva Purvesham Yenastat Vyajachachire. So the methodology given here, the first line, that is very important in the entire Kena. The first line is the Sampradaya, the secret key. From where the secret key comes, the Guru Shishya, Iti Sushruma, we have heard these words. Purvesham, the Vedic Rishi himself says that we got it from the ancient one. Purvesham, Yenastat Vyajachachire. Ye means which Gurus who revealed Naha for us. Tat Vyajachachire, ye revealed that methodology. Naha means that is 12, not, don't translate it as not. Now, what is the methodology? Look at the first line. Tat, that divine principle, Viditat Anyat, is something different from all known object in the creation. Vidita means what? Known object. Anyat means different. So Atma or Deva is different from all known objects. Then what happens? If you say this, then we conclude that it is unknown. That is what we conclude, that it is an unknown object. But the Guru here says, Atho aviditat ati. Atho means moreover, ati means anya, different. The divine principle different from all other unknown object also. Divine principle different from all known object and all unknown objects. it is different from all knowable objects. That means it is different from all objects. Because only knowable object can be called objects. If it is unknowable, its existence itself is not known. Therefore, it is different from known object, different from unknown object, means different from all knowable objects, different from all objects. If the divine is different from all objects, there is only one possibility. What is that? It is not there. One possibility. That seems to be the safest option, so that we need not struggle. Now I know what is that. There is no such thing called God. That is what? That is conclusion of the so-called rationalist. If God has been existent, they would have found out, but none is able to find that in spite of probing into the minutest particle through quantum physics or by probing into all bigger things through cosmology, scientists are not able to find out. So what is the conclusion? God is not there. It is very safe to become a so-called rationalist. But suppose Veda says it exists, the divine principle exists, but it is not what? Not an object. Then it can be only one thing. Only you negate all object. What is left behind is only the subject. So the experiencing principle, the conscious principle, the consciousness principle, the non-material I, the experiencer alone can be the divine principle. Because the experiencer alone can never be experienced as an object. With the tip of the finger, you can touch everything except the tip of the finger itself. With the right hand, you can wash all over the body except the right hand. Next time taking bath, watch. The subject is never subject to objectification. So the experiencer cannot be experienced. See the difficulty? Why? It is you, that is why. Therefore, knowing the divine principle is possible only in one way. What is that way? Knowing the divine principle is only in one way. Claiming that I am that divine principle. Owning that I am that divine principle. Look at this revelation of our Shastra. We thought that we are useless, we are limited, we are undivine. But here our Rishis declare that you are divine. Very important. Claiming that I am the divine principle, or claiming you use the mind, you use the mouth also, if you need. You use the mind and organ to claim, I am the divine principle. And while so claiming, never try to objectify. Because you will not be able to objectify, because I am the consciousness being, the subject. So what is the first lesson? I am the divine one. I am the divine one. Claiming is knowing. This is the first important spiritual lesson. The second important one is, while claiming I am the spiritual principle, you should not think of body or sense organ as the meaning of the word I. Because in the definition it is said, the divine principle is not the organ, But it is what? Sotrasya Sotram. That means what? I am not the ear, I am the divine principle who pervades and enlivens the ear. Means I help the ear. I help the ear to hear. I am not the eye, but I am the eye of the eye. So, if a person study the mechanism of how the eye works, then he will appreciate there is a power behind it. So, the people who are blind, they have the eye, golden eye is there, but still it doesn't work. And based on this Upanishad alone, the whole principle of consciousness, what is that consciousness, we have to appreciate. How do you know the consciousness principle? Not by objectification, not by seeing, not even by experiencing. Because when you say, I experience the Atma will become what? An object of experience. Therefore, you do not experience the Atma, you claim the Atma. Mind is used not for experiencing Atma, but mind is used for claiming the Atma, which is available all the time as what? Aham, 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 aham. That's why Shankaracharya said in Dakshinamurti Sutta, Alyadishu Jagradadishu Tatha Sarvasu Vasudasvati Vyavrittasvanu Vartamanam Ahamityantas Purandam Sada. Continuously, 24 hours, 365 days, throughout life, that aham, 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 the spandanam is there. This is to be owned up. This is experienced as I am conscious. I am conscious. That I, the consciousness which is experienced all the time as I am. Something like whether a particular, suppose somebody asks you in the class, a particular person has come today, you have to look around to find whether he has come or not. But if I ask you whether there is electricity in the hall, you have to experience it. But when I ask you, are you here in the hall? Will you say, wait, let me see. Let me use the appropriate instrument to check whether I exist or not. You do not use any instrument to know I am. Because even before using the instrument, I am already there. Deciding to choose a particular instrument, I do not even infer. Or you have to say, I must be existent because I am married, and wife will not marry a non-existent one. So she has married me, I am a husband, therefore I must exist. Do you infer like that? Are you there? I think, therefore I am. No, I am there, therefore I am. Therefore I can think. Thus it is the self-evident consciousness. I, Devaha. This is called Mahavakya Mantra. Though this Mahavakya Mantra you do not know Brahman, but you only claim Brahman. Therefore in this knowledge, Brahman continues to be aprameya. You have known Brahman without making it a prameyam, means an object. Now continuing, next mantra. Yat vachanapyutitam yena vak Etam yaditam upasate. Now, how we should know Brahman is further clarified. It is a commentary on Anyat eva tat viditadati, aviditadati. Knowing Deva is claiming I am Deva, but to claim I am Deva, I am God is a very, very tough thing. People think that you are very egoistic. Because very, very sure that we are a miserable individual, that is why. This we have practiced for how long? See, Mahatma used to tell a story. You are listening to me very seriously, so I tell you a story. And one ant was living with, staying in a salt hill. It was a salt. So it was living there. And the ant is also very, it is a magic. From where they come, you don't know. And where they disappear also, you don't know. It is something very amazing. I used to wonder how to get rid of this thing and all that. Then I thought that leave it there. Next day it was not there. So you don't have to, get into some spray and all that, kill them and all. It's not necessary. They will go. So this ant was living near the salt. The salt he was eating. Another one was living with the sugar. So it was eating sugar. So one day they met each other. So the ant who was eating salt was very, thin and famished, looking very poor. The other one was very takada, very healthy looking person. So that healthy looking ant asked, "Hey, what happened to you? Why are you like this?" That I stay in this salt hill, that is, I am eating salt. Oh, that's why. Okay, do one thing. You come to my place, I will feed you sugar. Eat sugar and see, you will become like me. But then he, after so much of persuasion, but he doesn't have that confidence in that other hand. So, but after so many days of persuasion, he decided to go one day and taste this sugar. So he went there, and this sugar, our friend, the ant friend who offered him the sugar crystals, and he fed him. And what he was thinking that after eating sugar, there will be, completely a different taste, sweet taste will be there. So he will appreciate, he was thinking, I will hear some wonderful, at the end. The salt ant ate that sugar crystal, but no reaction. Then he asked, why you don't like it? Yeah, okay. But still then he fed another one. That also he ate, but no reaction. And then the sugar friend, sand, realized there must be something wrong. So when he asked him to open the mouth, when he opened the mouth, what? He kept one salt piece there. Now this is our problem. We think that continuously we have talked into what you call programmed our mind to think like that. I am miserable, I am small. And with that mind, the Shastra says you are great, you are divine. We are not able to accept. That is the problem. So every experience in our life has led only to a false conclusion about ourselves. Every experience in life has only led to the false conclusion, and the false conclusion is worsening. I am a useless individual, I am a helpless individual, I am miserable, I am not able to control anything. After marriage, you discover this helplessness more deeply because you find your own children do not listen to you. Thus, as we grow older, our idea about ourselves is what? I am helpless and so I require somebody to help me. That is why religion works very well, because religion introduces a God who is always with you. That is why God is introduced also, because you are helpless and miserable, and they will introduce astrology. Not only you are controlled by the known one, astrology introduced the unknown Desha also. Rahu Desha is coming, we would not know at all. They hold on to the Jatakam. He says, Purva Janma Papam, Purva Janma Punyam, etc. Not only I am controlled by known object, I am controlled by the unknown also. Thus I am a helpless creature. Therefore I require a support. And religion gives God as a support. And introduction of God into our life is very, very useful. That is what is done in Veda Purva Bhaga. Therefore, in the entire Veda Purva Bhaga, what have we practiced? There is God who is very great. And who am I? I am very small. Bhagavan is great. I am small. Therefore, we have that what we have practiced, Dasaha Aham. Bhagavan is master and I am Pritya. Dasoham, Dasoham. Throughout my religious life, I practiced this puja. Thus, Veda Purva Bhaga did a good job. What is a good job? Introducing God, making me Astika is a good job. Veda Purva Bhaga job is incomplete because it has introduced God as an object and it has introduced myself as Dasoham. This is incomplete teaching. In the Upanishad alone, from religion, we are progressing to spirituality, where we have to revise the Dasoham concept. In this concept, two problems are there. What is that? Bhagavan is an object, is one wrong concept. And the second wrong concept is, I am small. Now Vedanta rectifies by saying, in Dasoham, remove the Da part. Remove the Da part. What is left out? Soham. Soham means what? That God which I objectified is in so many ways, as Vishnu, Shiva, Devi. That God is not an objectifiable object. That God is none other than I, the divine, non-material consciousness. That's right, Bhagavan Krishna says, Aham Atma Kutakesha Sarva Bhutasya Stitaha Aham Adischa Madhyam Cha Bhutanam Antayevacha. Arjuna, I am not Mr. Krishna with Adharam, Madhuram, Madharam, Madhuram, etc. That is a perishable object. The body of Krishna is also, however beautiful it might be, it is an object. Therefore, Arjuna, Krishna Shariram is not Krishna. Who is real Krishna? Aham Atma Kutakesha Sarva Bhutasya Stitaha. Thus, from Dasoham coming to Soham is self-realization. This is what the teacher is attempting to these profound mantras. The details we will see tomorrow.